Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our live baseball stream. We are live from Wapsie Valley Field. I am your play-by-play announcer, Shane Kelly. Goodness, I hope everybody survived the storms last night. We've got the field cleaned off. It's all nice and dry. Tom Jakin was actually out here last night clearing water from the ball diamond, and boy, you wouldn't know it. You look at the field out there right now, and it looks great. So tonight is Game 4 of the Wapsie Valley Warriors 2024 season. Tonight's matchup features the Class 2A Clayton Ridge Central War Eagles. They are from the Upper Iowa Conference versus our Wapsie Valley Warriors. Clayton Ridge, they're coming into this game 0-3. They are a Class 2A school. They're coming off a tough 4-1 loss against Makokata Valley on Monday night. Last year, Wapsie did beat the War Eagles 15-2 up in Garnavillo. I know that score sounds really lopsided, but that game went all 7 innings because Wapsie really didn't pull away until late in the game. Last season, the War Eagles did finish 6-24, and they finished 4-14 in a very strong conference. This is a conference that includes Keyhigh, MFL Marmac, and Southwind. All three of those schools are pretty good baseball programs. Key is normally in-state, and I believe Southwind was last year, if I'm not mistaken. They did graduate 6 starters from last year's team, 6 seniors, and this year's team has 4 upperclassmen, one senior and 3 juniors. So overall, they have a fairly young team. Their top offensive player coming into the game is Kane Bolsinger. He's a junior. Last season, so far this season, he's got a 364 batting average. He's got a 417 on-base percentage. He's so far 4 out of 11. He's got 2 RBIs, and he's got 3 stolen bases, which leads the team. Max Nearing, he's got a 250 batting average, 500 on-base percentage. He's 2 for 8. He's got 3 walks and 1 hit by pitch. So he gets on base quite a bit, at least so far this season he has. Then they have a young man named Mason Load. He's only an 8th grader. He's 3 for 3 so far. He hasn't started a game. I think he's starting tonight, though. He has scored 2 runs, and he's off to a great start as an 8th grader. So we'll probably see him tonight as well. Tonight's pitcher is Jack Scherf. I don't have any statistics on him. Let me take a look here just to see if he's pitched yet this year. Actually, he has. He's only pitched a 1/10 of an inning. Or actually, that's called 1/3 of an inning. He's faced 1 batter. He's thrown 4 pitches. He is a junior, so he really doesn't have a whole lot. This is really pretty much his first go then on the season. Wapsie, they are 3-0. They are coming off an exciting win over Crestwood last Thursday night here at Wapsie Valley Field. So it was a exciting win. It was very close game. Went all 7 innings, actually. So far, our top players on the season, Briar Bellis, he's a freshman. He plays center field. He comes into this game with a 571 batting average, a 625 on-base percentage. So far this season, he's 4 for 7. He has a walk and 2 RBIs. He did not play last Thursday night, so he doesn't have as many stats because it was track night that last Thursday, so he had to go to that because he's an alternate. TJ Jakin is off to a good start this season. He's their sophomore first baseman. So far, he's got a 364 batting average with a 417 on-base percentage. He is 4 out of 11 so far, and he's hit a double. Caden Dana, he is a freshman. He's been outstanding so far this season at the top of the Warrior lineup. So far, he's hit for 556 batting average. He's got a 636 on-base percentage. He is 5 out of 9 with 3 doubles and 5 RBIs. Both lead the team. So he's off to an incredible start. Also have to mention Tucker Latterberg. He had a terrific Thursday night at the plate. He is a senior. He's got a 556 batting average, a 636 on-base percentage. So far this season, he's also 5 for 9, and he's got 4 RBIs so far this year. Tonight's pitcher, you're going to get to see one that we haven't seen for quite a while. Actually, since 2022, Clayton Sauerbrei. He is a senior. Remember, he didn't play last season. He did take the year off to focus on football and other summer activities. Last time he pitched was back in 2022. He was 4-1 on the season. He had 6 starts. He had a 4.48 earned run average, and he had 23 strikeouts in 29.2 innings pitched. That 29.2 innings pitched was 3rd on the team. So we'll get to see him tonight. Manny Hebner we'll probably also get to see tonight as a pitcher. He will come in out of the bullpen. He's a senior. He hasn't pitched a whole lot of varsity. Last year he did get to pitch 3 innings against Waterloo Columbus. He only gave up 1 hit, 3 walks. He did hit a couple of batters and struck out 4, but he did not allow any runs versus Waterloo Columbus. Now we'll do the Access Systems coaches, keys to the game. Talked to Coach Jakin earlier. He wants his team to pound the strike zone, at least his pitchers anyway. He wants Clayton and Manny to pound the strike zone with strikes, use that defense behind them, get the bats going early. Take advantage. He would like to see the team take advantage of that wind that's blowing out, and it is gusting. I would say it's about 12 miles an hour straight from the west. So if they can get the ball up into left field, it got a chance to carry. Also, lots of energy. These guys haven't played since last Thursday, so he's hoping to see a lot of energy. Hopes to get the bats going early and help get some runs early to help take some pressure off the pitchers. So, officials for tonight's game is Randy Stanek. He'll be the home plate umpire. And a name that you Warrior fans may be familiar with, Austin Klink. He will be the first base umpire. I got a chance to talk to Austin before the game. He passed his certification and is now an official. He is an umpire now for varsity sports, which is great. We need more of them. Or you're looking? He's a substitute.
Well, it wasn't. We just didn't have one.
Oh, we were short. Yeah, we were short an umpire tonight, so Austin was able to step in. Lineups for tonight. Let's take a look at how Clayton Ridge lines up. This is the lineup for Clayton Ridge. They're going to start off with Owen Hammerslin. He's going to be playing third base. Number 4, batting second, will be Braxton Borman. He's their catcher. Batting third will be number 6, Matt Nearing. He's their shortstop. Batting fourth is number 2, Kane Bolsinger. He is their first baseman. Batting fifth is number 11, Seth Kriegel. He is their center fielder. Batting sixth will be number 9, Colton Hager. He is their left fielder. Batting seventh will be number 21, Isaac Lone. He is their designated hitter. He will DH for the pitcher, number 23, Jack Scherf. And then batting eighth will be number 12, Mason Lone. He is their second baseman. And then rounding out their lineup will be number 1, Jordan Everett. He will play right field. For the Warriors, they're going to line up just like this. In left field, we've got Dana. In center field, we've got Bellis. In right field, we've got Jake Shore. In the infield, Blake Hesse will be at third base. Tyler Shore will be at shortstop. We have Garrett Shannon at second base, and then T.J. Jakin at first base. On the mound will be Trayton Sauerbrei. Behind the plate tonight is Tucker Latterberg. This will be his first game behind the plate this season. Game time temperatures around 69 degrees. Again, I mentioned there is a breeze coming out of the west. I'd say about 15 miles an hour. Right now, the coaches are exchanging lineups at home plate. Thoughts go out to those that had a difficult time with the storm. I noticed around Fairbank there was a lot of trees down. In fact, one of the teachers, Coach Davies, had an older tree fall down in his front yard. Fortunately, nobody was hurt. Thoughts go out to the folks in Greenfield, Iowa. They had a tornado go right through the middle of that town, and that affects to the Nottoway Valley team. They had a game, obviously, got postponed last night. I believe they had another one scheduled for tomorrow that's also already been postponed. So our thoughts and prayers go out to them. Softball teams, they are already underway. They are playing their first night game under the lights. So a special moment for them. If you're in the area, come out to the ballpark. Support these softball and baseball teams. Beautiful night for baseball. The sun's out. It's a cool night. Might want to wear a sweater. So we did have a change in the schedule. This game was actually supposed to be played last night. Originally, Appleton-Parkersburg was scheduled for tonight. I believe they had a soccer game or something.
Yep, playing postseason soccer.
They're playing postseason soccer. So they had to move the game for tonight, from what I understand. I believe that's being moved to next Friday night. Is that right?
June 7th.
June 7th, which is a Friday, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll still play Appleton-Parkersburg on that, and that's going to be a good game because Appleton-Parkersburg, they're a Class 2A school. Last year they gave us an excellent game. We beat them, I think, 9-5 or something like that. It was a fairly close game, but they're improving. So that will be a good one to look forward to. Tomorrow night will be Hudson. Friday night, hopefully the weather cooperates. We'll be up in Kelmer. So Blake's going to take over for the introduction, so I'm going to mute myself and let you guys enjoy it. We'll be back here in a moment.
And your Wapsie Valley Warriors.
Not ready, but community schools in the IHSAA is sportsmanship. We ask that you, the fans, do your part by encouraging your team and coaches with positive comments and acts in respecting the decisions of the game's umpires. Please join us in welcoming tonight's umpire crew, Mr. Randy Stanek and Mr. Austin Clayton. As you attend tonight's game, be sure to check out the Wapsie Valley Athletic Booster Club concession stand with many great items. And restroom facilities are located on the back. Fans, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting War Eagles. Leading off at third base, number 17, Owen Hammersway. Then second and catching, number 4, Braxton Foreman. Then third at shortstop, number 6, Max Newry. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 2, Kane Bolsinger. Batting fifth in center field, number 11, Seth Kriegel. Batting sixth in left field, number 9, Colton Hager. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 21, Isaac Lowe. He'll be hitting for the starting pitcher, number 23, Jack Scher. Batting eighth, playing second base, number 12, Mason Lowe. And batting ninth in right field, number 1, Jordan Everett. The War Eagles are head coached by Casey Czar, assisted by Cole Brandell. And now for your Wapsie Valley Warriors. Leading up for the Warriors in center field, number 5, Ryan Bellis. Batting second in left field, number 15, Caden Dana.
folks, we're back live at Wapsie Valley Field.
Hello, wanting to follow along with tonight's game. Our game is being live streamed on the Wapsie Valley Athletics YouTube page. And fans in attendance tonight, if you are
Clayton is, Sauerbry is getting his warm-ups in.
sorry, no souvenirs. We kindly ask to return any foul balls to the dugout. Thank you.
Talked to Clayton a little bit before the game. If you know Clayton, he acts like nothing bothers him. I've coached him for many years in youth leagues, and he was a kid that nothing ever bothered him. And I asked him, I'm like, you nervous? He goes, yeah, a little bit. Like, kind of feels like you're a freshman out there. Like, yeah. So he does have a little bit of nerves. He's not showing it though. He's hoping just to get his fastball. He's like, I'm probably going to pump a lot of fastballs just to get myself going. So we may not see, although he's throwing a lot of breaking pitches for warm-ups. You know, I had that stuff. What? That's all right. I restarted this whole link on you, so you deserve to get me back. I hope everybody did find the link. I made a mistake of stopping, thinking there was two of them between JV and Varsity, and I should have just left it alone. So if you're listening and watching, that means you figured it out. All right, leading off for Clayton Ridge is Owen Hammersland. He's their third baseman.
17, Owen Hammersland.
He's a freshman. He's gotten on base. He doesn't have a hit yet this season, but he's taken 4 walks. That first pitch is 72 mile an hour, taken for a ball. Here's a pitch from Sauerbry. Swung on and missed. 72 miles an hour on that fastball. Clayton is working fast. He's ready to go. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit high up in the air, but foul. So he's now ahead of the account. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Clayton's done a really good job pitching over the years. In fact, I believe he pitched a Varsity as a freshman. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 73 on that heater.
Strikes out, 4 out.
So that'll be the first out of the inning.
Next up to bat, catcher number 4, Braxton Orman.
That'll bring up Braxton Borman. He is their catcher. He's a sophomore. He's got 2 hits on the season so far and 10 at-bats. He also has 2 walks. Swung on, fouled the first one off. Like I said, they've got a young lineup. That pitch is taken inside for a ball. Makes the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Clayton Ridge, if you're not familiar with where they're at, they're up in Garnavillo. Also, Elkader Central, I believe, is combined with them for baseball. That pitch is taken for a ball. 2-1 is our count. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken for a strike. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Last season we were up in Garnavillo. We played at their ballpark. They've got an interesting ballpark up there. They've got lights, but I don't think they use them. That pitch a little high for ball 3. Their left field is if you could get one up there, it's not difficult to hit a home run in left field. I think all our guys were trying for it. That's probably why we struggled to 10-run them last year. They're all aiming for the fence. Ooh, that pitch hits them. So that'll give the War Eagles their first base runner. It's a neat older ballpark, kind of in a hill. The reason why that left field is the way it is because there's the county road that cuts it right off, right behind the fence. So not only are you aiming for the fence, you might be aiming for a car that's driving by.
Next up to bat for the War Eagles, shortstop number
That'll
6,
bring up Max Neering. Max Neering, he's their shortstop. He's a junior. He's 2 for 8 on the season. He's got 3 walks. Scored a couple runs. He scored 3 runs. He leads the team in runs scored with 3. He is a junior. Looks like their umpires are doing some lineup clarification. Clayton checks the runner, gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit high up in the air. It's drifting in foul ground, but hits the fence. TJ went over there, gave it a good look. Just out of his reach. Makes our count 0-1. Here's a pitch from Clayton. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Clayton is way ahead of the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So that's the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Kane Bolsinger. He's their first baseman, number 2. He leads the team in hits. He's got 4 in 11 at-bats, so he's got a .364 batting average. He's also got a double, driven in 2 runs. So far, he's been the best hitter on the team. And that ball is hit sharply right at Blake Hesse, who fell back on his hind end. It knocked him down. So that'll be an infield single for Bolsinger. And that'll bring up Seth Kriegel. He is their center fielder. Seth is a sophomore. He's 2 for 9 on the season so far. Runners on first and second. That ball is kind of chopped. Oh, it just gets over the head of Tyler Shore. Blake Hesse. Tyler Shore runs over to pick it up. So that'll be a little bloop hit. That'll load the bases up for the War Eagles. And that'll bring up Colton Hager, their left fielder. He is 1 for 7 so far. He's got 1 RBI so far this season. He's walked 3 times. Here's a pitch from Clayton. That pitch is taken for a strike. 74 mile an hour in the outside corner. So they have loaded the bases. That pitch is high up in the air. Shore is calling everybody off, and he makes the grab for out number 3. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base. We're going to head to the home half of the second inning. Our score is 0-0. Give a shout out to Legacy Roofing of Iowa. Protect your largest investment with our reliable roofing and gutter services. If you want to make your roof last as long as possible, it is vital that you never put off a roof repair. Small issues with roofing become big issues in a hurry. No matter how major or minor the repair you need, we are here to help. We offer roofing contracting, storm damage repair, gutter replacement, and residential and commercial roofing. Call Mitch at 319-415-2472 or Lou at 319-415-5547. Thank you for sponsoring Wapsie Valley Athletics. We'll be back here in just a moment. All right, we're back already here at Wapsie Valley Field. Wanted to run through the lineup for everybody that's out there. This is the Warrior lineup. It's Briar Bellis. He'll lead off. Caden Dana will be batting second. Jake Shore will be batting third. Tucker Latterberg's in the cleanup spot. Blake Hesse's batting fifth. Batting sixth is Manny Hebner. Batting seventh is TJ Jakin. Batting eighth is Tyler Shore. And then rounding out the Warrior lineup is Garrett Shannon in the ninth spot. Defensively, this is how Clayton Ridge lines up. They've got Hager in left, Kriegel in center, Everett in right. Infield's Hammerslin at third, Nearing at shortstop, Loans at second, Bolsinger at first, and then our tandem is Scherf and Borman. Well, they are finishing up their warm-up pitches. Leading off for the Warriors
Number 5, Briar.
would be Briar Bellis. Briar he's 4 for 7 so far this season. He's got 2 RBIs. Off to a really good start. Here's the pitch from Scherf. That pitch is right over the middle, hits sharply to the first baseman who scoops it up and tags the bag for out number 1.
Bellis grounds out to the first baseman, Clayton for out number 1.
So give the out to Bolsinger for Clayton Ridge. That brings up Caden Dana. Dana is .556 his batting average. 5 out of 9 so far this season. He's also got a couple of walks. He takes that first pitch inside for a ball. This is Caden's first year in the varsity lineup. While Briar was gone, he was in the leadoff spot against Crestwood. Swung on, foul tip, back into the mitt for strike 1. Makes the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a pitch from Scherf. Curve ball, 57 mile an hour on that breaking ball. Makes the count 2 balls and a strike. Scherf has got a fairly slow delivery. That pitch is taken outside for a ball. I believe that one is 66 mile an hour. Here's the pitch from Scherf. That pitch is right on the inside corner, 64 mile an hour on that fastball. That'll make the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dana's going to have to protect on this. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 4. So that'll give the Warriors their base runner.
Next up to bat, right fielder number 18.
And that'll bring up Jake Shore, the right fielder. Jake is off to a little slow start by his standards. He's 2 for 9, but in that Crestwood game, he was smoking the ball. It unfortunately hit right at outfielders for the most part. But he was getting in some good hits, so he is due to break out. He's 2 for 9 so far this year. He does have a sacrifice fly. He's got an RBI. Jake is going to be playing for Simpson next season. Going to be playing baseball. One of 2 Warriors in the lineup that are going to be playing college ball next year. Ladeberg's going to be playing for Wartburg. Dana's got a pretty good lead over at first. He's not going. First pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. That came in at 62 mile an hour. He's not throwing very hard. Sometimes that can throw Jake off. Jake actually likes a good fastball. The harder you throw, the better it is for him. When I coached him in travel ball, he actually would move up in the batter's box. And that ball skied up in the air towards center field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Dana will have to stop at second base because he had to make sure it hit the ground. The center fielder was playing deep for Shore, so give Shore a hit. That'll be his 3rd hit of the season. Puts runners on first and second. And that'll bring up Tucker Ladeberg. Tucker is 5 for 9 so far this year. He's got 4 RBIs. Doesn't have an extra base hit yet this season. Boy, Scherf is taking his time here. Yep. Ladeberg asks for time. Umpire grants it. Good decision there by Ladeberg. So Again, we've got runners on first and second, only one out. Here's the pitch. That pitch is upstairs for a ball, 54-mile-an-hour changeup or curve ball, whatever you want to call it. Kind of hard to tell when they come in that slow what the pitch is. We'll call it a changeup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike one. That came in at 64 mile an hour. And again, Tucker, like Jake, sometimes these slower pitchers can throw off their timing. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit high up in the air, but it's going to go out of play. Foul on the right-hand side. Landed in the middle of some War Eagle fans. Makes our count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, driven into right field for a base hit. That rounding third and coming home is Dana. He's going to easily score. Tucker's going to be held to a single. Advancing to third will be Jake Shore. So that'll give the Warriors their first run of the game. And puts runners on first and third for Blake Hesse.
Next up to bat, third baseman number 24,
Blake is 2 for 10 on the season. He had a hit against Crestwood. I think his first 2 hits was against Crestwood. Got an RBI. Also has a walk. Here's the pitch. Pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. Makes the count 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Tucker takes off for second. He's going to easily get the bag. Almost stumbled. He's going to get credit for a stolen base. Hesse took the pitch high, so that makes the count 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken on the outside corner for a strike. So Clayton Ridge Central, they've played 3 games. I believe they let off the season against Starmont. They played a really good game against Central City. I think they lost that one 11-8. Here's the pitch. That pitch is swung on, back over our heads. Evens the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Like I mentioned in the pregame, they did lose to Maquoketa Valley 4-1 on Monday night. So they played some competitive baseball. Here's the pitch taken upstairs. That'll make our count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Ooh, hit the umpire right in the mask. He's shaking it off. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sheriff gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Swung on, chopped toward the first baseman. He scoops the ball, touches the bag for out number 2. But a run scores on the play. Jake Shore was able to score from third, advancing to third, Tucker Latterberg. So give Hesse an RBI. That'll make our score Wapsie 2, War Eagles 0. And that'll bring up Hunter Curley.
Now batting for the Warriors, designated hitter number 34, Manny Heather.
My mistake. Hunter Curley's coming into courtesy run, yes, for the catcher, Tucker Latterberg over third base. Manny Hebner's now at the plate for the Warriors. He's a senior. He's 2 for 4 so far this season. He missed last Thursday night's game due to state track. Got 3 walks already this year, though. Takes the first pitch upstairs for a ball. But he got off to a great start those first 2 games. Hopefully he can pick it right back up. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken over the middle of the plate for strike 1. RBI opportunity here for Manny. If he can get himself a base hit. Here's the pitch from Scherf. That's also taken over the plate for strike 2. Now Manny's going to have to protect. Here's the pitch. Swung on, skied up in the air toward left field. Left fielder gets under it and makes the play. That'll be Hager out there making the play for the War Eagles. So that'll do it for the Warriors in the home half of the first inning. Warriors did score 2 runs off 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We're going to head it to the second inning. Due up for the War Eagles is Lone, and Everett. Shout out to Oran Mutual Telephone Company, serving the area since 1911. Oran Mutual Telephone Company is a modern, independently owned telephone company providing internet and telephone services to Oran, Iowa, and the surrounding rural area. Give them a call at 319-638-6006 or email omtc@orantelco.com. Thank you for sponsoring Wapsie Valley Baseball. We'll be back here in just a minute. All right, we're back here at Wapsie Valley Field. We're ready to go for the second inning. So up for the War Eagles, Isaac Lone. He's a sophomore. He's 1 for 7 so far on the season. Takes that first pitch for a ball. Isaac's got 2 walks. He hits that one right into the gap between third and short for a base hit. So that'll give the War Eagles a hit. Puts a runner on first base with nobody out. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Mason Lone. He's just an 8th grader. He's the one I mentioned in the pregame show. He's 3 for 3 so far on this young season. This is his first varsity start. He was a pinch hitter in the other 3 games. He squares up the bunt. He drops one down. Clayton scoops it up, throws the first. It gets by him. It gets by TJ Jakin. TJ gets the ball back in. Advancing to third is Isaac Lone. So that'll put runners on the corners. We'll see how Boer scores that. I believe it might be a hit. Here's a pitch taken inside for a ball. calling that an error. So Mason Lone reaches on an error. Puts runners on the corners, though. Scoring opportunity here for the War Eagles. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. So far, Everett, he's a senior. He's 0 for 2 so far this season. Swung on and missed for strike two. The War Eagles are prone to the strikeout. They've struck out 45 times already this season in just 75 at-bats. So well over half of their outs are with a strikeout. That pitch is a curveball from Clayton. Didn't find the strike zone, though. That'll even up our count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled right off his hands. I don't think the batter realized that he swung at it. It did hit him in the hands, but he swung at it. So that should be a foul ball. Our count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. That is Randy Stanek behind the plate. Here's a pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. So that's the first out of the inning. And that'll bring the top of their lineup up. Owen Hammersland is the batter. He struck out his first time at bat. Owen is just a freshman. First pitch does get away from Latteberg. He's able to get on it. No advance from the runners. Somehow I missed the runner Lone advancing to second base. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. He must have stole second somewhere. Hammersland is 0 for 6 so far this season. He's drawn 4 walks. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So Sauerbrei is ahead of the account. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners on second and third. 1 away. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. That gets Tucker out of his crouch to catch up to that one. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That's a huge out for Sauerbrei. Gives him an opportunity to get out of the inning. Braxton Borman, he is a sophomore. He's 2 for 10 so far this year. Does have a double, though. Swung on and missed. That's a foul tip for strike 1. Must be from Elkader. He's from Central. State qualifying wrestler. Boer's feeding me this information. That pitch is taken for a strike. He is just a sophomore. I think he got hit by pitch the last time at bat. There's called strike 3. So Clayton Sauerbrei pitched out of that trouble. So he'll end up with no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 runners left on base. Our score remains Wapsie 2, War Eagles 0. We're going to head to the bottom of the second inning. Give a shout out to RTC Communications. RTC is here to provide high quality, superior service to you, the customer, by offering great customer service and the services you want and need to work and stay connected with family and friends. Reach out to them at 319-279-3375 or email manager@reedlandtelco.com. Again, that's manager@reedlandtelco.com. Due up for the Warriors in the bottom of the second inning is Jakin, Tyler Shore, and Garrett Shannon. We'll be back here in just a moment. right, we're back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. T.J. Jenkins is the batter for the Warriors. He drives that ball right up the middle for a base hit. Solid single for T.J. Jenkins. So that'll put a runner on first base for the Warriors. Third hit of the game already.
Shortstop number 27, Tyler Shore.
That brings up Tyler Shore. Tyler is 2 for 8 so far this season. He's got an RBI. He's drawn 3 walks. On base percentage of .455. Here's the pitch taken over the heart of the plate for strike 1. Scherf is up to 26 pitches now. Scherf checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit toward the third baseman. He picks the ball, throws the second, around to first. There, double him up for a double play. 5, 4, 3, put out. So that'll clear the bases for the War Eagles.
Now batting second baseman number 17, Garrett Shannon.
That'll bring up Garrett Shannon. Garrett is 0 for 2 so far this year. He's got a walk. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Don't see a whole lot of double plays at this level. Could only think of a couple from last year. That pitch is taken upstairs and in for ball 1. And it was around the horn, too. It was from third baseman to second to first. Usually, most of you see from the shortstop, and they're usually close to the second base bag where they can just step on the bag and throw to first. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So nice play by the War Eagles. Hammersland is the third baseman, made a nice play. And that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. So nothing doing for the Warriors in the home half of the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, no runners left on base. We're going to head to the third inning. Due up for the War Eagles will be Nearing, Bullsinger, and Kriegel. Give a shout out to Little Wapsie Communications. Their state-of-the-art fiber network is complete in Fairbank, ready to serve your home or business with the fastest internet in town. For plans, pricing, and more information, call 319-279-3375. Thank you for sponsoring Wapsie Valley Athletics. Be back here in just a moment. We are back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. Warriors lead the War Eagles 2-0.
Third for the War Eagles, shortstop number 6, Max Nearing.
Max Nearing is up to plate. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time at bat. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Here's the pitch from Sauerbrei. That pitch just missed the strike zone. Must have been low for ball 1. Nearing is 2 for 8 on the season. We'll make that 2 for 9. He does have 3 walks on the year. That's a curveball. Taken for a strike inside part of the plate. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nice curveball there by Clayton. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, couldn't get the call. Makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, driven toward right field. Jake gets over there and it hits the ground. Picks the ball up, throws the second. Sliding in with the double is Nearing. Nearing has got a hit. The 4th hit of the game for the War Eagles.
Now batting first baseman number 2, Kane Bolsinger.
That'll bring up Kane Bolsinger. Kane got a hit his last time at bat. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. We'll see if Clayton can pitch around that leadoff double. Here's the pitch. Taken upstairs for a ball. Clayton's at 40 pitches so far in this game. Here's the pitch, swung on, hit toward the third baseman, gets past both of them, into left field for a base hit. Rounding third and holding is Nearing. Bolsinger give him another hit, so he's 2 for 2.
Now batting center fielder number 11, Seth Kriegel.
Brings up Seth Kriegel, their center fielder. He's also has a hit in his first at bat. So he's 1 for 1. Kriegel's a sophomore. Came into this game 2 for 9. So now he's 3 out of 10. Brings his batting average up to 300. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Actually, that's strike 1, so I didn't reset this. There we go. Here's a pitch from Clayton Sawbright. It's bunted, fouls. That makes the count 0-2. Bolsinger took off from first base, but he'll have to return to the bag. Clayton checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Taken upstairs for a ball. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner takes off, and he's going to get second base. Pitch is taken inside for a ball. Makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So that'll be the first out of the inning. That'll be a big out for Clayton. Brings up Colton Hager, their left fielder. He's 0 for 1 in the game so far. War Eagles ask for time while Bolsinger ties his shoes at second base. Austin Klink's out there holding his hand up, waiting for somebody to call on him. He was a fun young man to be around. Here's the pitch. Pitch is taken for a strike. Strike 1. He played catcher for the Warriors as a junior. Graduated early, so he wasn't able to play his senior year. There's a pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Pitch does get away from Latterberg, but he's able to pounce on it. It's good to see these young men that know the game go out and be an umpire. There is a big need for it in the state of Iowa. That pitch taken downstairs for a ball. It's pretty easy to qualify for. You have to pass a test online. It is a difficult, challenging test. My son took it last year to get his certification. That pitch is taken for strike 3. Nice curveball there by Clayton Sauerbrei. And that's a huge second out. So Sauerbrei's got a chance to get out of this again. It'd be back-to-back innings with runners on second and third. That'll bring up Isaac Lone. Isaac had a hit his first time at bat. That pitch is taken outside for a ball. Isaac is just a sophomore. He's 2 for 8 now on the season. He's ahead of the account. 2 balls and no strikes. That's a curveball for a strike. Nice pitch by Clayton. Makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Isaac Lone, he's their designated hitter. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. That'll even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mason Lone is on deck for the War Eagles. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken for strike 3. 74-mile-an-hour fastball at the knees. So Sauerbrei gets out of it again. No runs off of, let's see, 1, 2 hits. No errors. 2 runners left on base. We'll head to the home half of the third inning. Wapsie still ahead, 2-0. Give a shout out to Prime Capital Investment Advisors. Ashley Jones and Joe Harris with Prime Capital Investment Advisors. From opening your first Roth IRA to drawing on your hard-earned money in retirement, the team at Prime Capital Investment Advisors has the tools to accommodate. They are independent fee-based fiduciaries and put honesty and transparency above all else. Best of all, they bleed black and gold. Mention this ad and get a complimentary second opinion meeting. Call Ashley at 319-269-7143. Go Warriors! We are back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. Due up for the Warriors is the top of the lineup. Briar Bellis, Caden Dana, and Jake Shore. Bellis hit the ball sharply to the first baseman his first time at bat. He's 0 for 1. Here's the first pitch taken outside for a ball. Briar is 4 for 8 so far this season. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken for a ball. Must have been high. Briar is not very tall, so I'm sure the umpire accommodates for that. Here's the pitch. That pitch is the strike. Briar didn't like the call. He's shaking his head. But he's still ahead of the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Sheriff, swung on, popped out of play over our heads. That'll even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Would love to see the Warriors get the leadoff man on. Good portion of the lineup due up for the Warriors. Breyer asks for time. So the question of the day that I asked the guys, if you're cooking for yourself, what is your favorite dish to make? Be thinking about it, Boer. I'll be asking you. Driven, foul, out of play. If you are cooking for yourself, what is your favorite dish to make? I'll tell you mine. It's spam and eggs. That pitch is skied up in the air. Shortstop gets underneath it, and he'll make the play for the first out of the inning. Ever since I've been on this keto diet, that's the meal I like to make for myself. I'm the only one in the family that likes spam, so if I'm cooking for myself, that's when I usually make it. Spam and eggs. Used to be tuna and noodles. I used to make my tuna noodles like you make mac and cheese, boil the noodles up, then pour the stuff in, then pour the tuna in, be nice and runny. Oh no, I'm weird. That's how I liked it. Can't have the noodles now though with my keto diet. That pitch is taken outside for a ball. Makes the count 2 balls and no strikes. So what'd you come up with, Boer? What do you like to cook for yourself? It's just you.
A little bit of a cop out, but like turkey cold meat sandwich.
Turkey cold meat sandwich. That'll work. That's Boer's go-to by himself, what he'll make for himself. Turkey cold meat sandwich. I've made that myself a few times, except I don't use bread. I use slices of cheese. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Caden Dana, he took a walk his first time at bat. Here's a pitch taken outside for a ball. There's a base runner for the Warriors. Let's see if they can get something going. With Dana being on first base, he might be running. Like to get him in scoring position. I asked the coaches what their favorite go-to meal is when they're cooking for themselves. Can you guess what Coach Jakin said? It's something really simple, if you know Coach.
Not sure.
Frozen pizza. That's what he likes to cook when he's by himself. That's his favorite dish to make, frozen pizza. There's a meeting on the mound going on. Looks like the coach is talking some strategy. Folks, if you're enjoying watching live Warrior sports and events from the comfort of your own home for free, consider making a donation to Wapsie Valley's Venmo to help keep the streams going and at no cost to fans. Look for the link in the video description below. Jake is 1 for 1. He's got a hit his first time at bat. He also scored back in the first inning. Asked Coach Bergman what his favorite, when he's cooking for himself, what he likes to make. He said tacos. First pitch is taken outside for a ball. So there you have it, folks. That's ours and the coaches. If you're out there listening, try to come up with some ideas what you think your favorite player's go-to meal is. Pitch taken outside. Dana takes off, and he's going to be safe. Close play at second. Klink is right on top of the play, though. I can see why they're not running very much. That was a very good throw by the catcher. That's Borman behind the plate for the War Eagles. The count's 2 balls and no strikes. Swung on, skied up in the air toward center field. Kriegel drifts back and makes the catch. Tagging and going to third is Dana. He'll make it easily. So that'll put a runner on third base. Unfortunately, there's 2 outs. But we've got a good hitter coming up to the plate, Tucker Latterberg. Tucker got a hit his first time at bat. He's got an RBI. So if you've got any guesses on what your favorite player likes to cook for themselves, be sure to throw it in the chat on YouTube or send it to me. If you got my number, text it, Facebook, send it that way. First pitch is taken for a ball. We can see if you're right or not. I've got some interesting. I'll just tell you this. There's only one person that said mac and cheese. I figured I'd get that a lot, asking players what they like to cook for themselves when they're by themselves. And I only got one mac and cheese. Here's the pitch. Taken for a strike. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tucker's got 6 hits on the season. He now leads the team in that category. He was tied with Clayton. Dana coming into the game. Dana's standing on third. Here's the pitch. Swung on, driven down to third baseline, and it's a fair ball. Rounding first, going to second is Tucker. It's in the corner. He's easily going to make second base for a stand. Well, he'll slide for a double. Scoring on the play is Clayton Dana. That's the 4th hit for the Warriors, making our score 3-0. And he will be substituted with a courtesy runner, Hunter Curley. There are 2 outs in the inning. That ball was scalded down to third baseline. Got all the way to the fence. The left fielder had to go all the way back into the corner to pick it up. I know that's a difficult angle for you guys to see on the live stream. First pitch is taken downstairs for a ball. Blake Hesse's now up to bat. He's 0 for 1. He did score a run, though, in that first inning with an RBI. I mean, that pitch is fouled off, right-hand side, out of play. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. I'll start running through these the next time they're at bat. That'll be the 4th inning. It's usually when I start doing it. Here's the pitch taken way outside for a ball. Makes the count 2 balls and a strike. Hunter Curley got a good lead there at second base. Here's the pitch. Swung on, chopped toward the third baseman. It picks it up, guns it over to first, and he's in time for the 3rd out of the inning. The Warriors were able to break through with the run. They got a run off of 1 hit. No errors, 1 runner left on base. We're going to head to the 4th inning. Wapsie now leads 3-0. Give a shout out to Access Systems. They are an Iowa-based company with offices across the state. Access Systems features copiers and print solutions along with IT and phone solutions. They keep offices connected. Give me a call at 563-277-0064. Again, 563-277-0064. We'll be back here in just a moment. right, we're back live at Wapsie Valley Field. Warriors lead the game 3-0. Due up for the War Eagles is Lone, Everett, and Hammersland. So they're 8-9 and back to the top. First pitch is taken for a strike. Mason got down a bunt his first time at bat, reached on an error. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. Mason is just an 8th grader, but he's 3 for 4 now on the season. That pitch is taken downstairs for a ball. Here's the pitch, taken upstairs over his head. Makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. That pitch is taken just on the inside part. Just missed the plate. Makes the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's the payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled off right-hand side. Out of play. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Another foul ball. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Taken upstairs for ball 4. So Mason Lone draws a walk for the War Eagles.
Now batting right fielder number 1, Jordan Everett.
That'll bring up Jordan Everett. He's a senior. Throw down to first. Ball gets away from TJ. The first pitch was taken for a ball. Tucker is not afraid to throw behind the base runner. Here's the pitch, swung on, driven toward the first base side and through to the right fielder. Mason's going to round second and go to third, and he'll make it easily. So that'll put runners on the corners. Give Everett his first hit of the season.
Everett singles to right field. Lone advances to third. Now batting third baseman number 17.
So again, we got 2 runners on, nobody out. That'll bring up the top of the War Eagle lineup. Hammersland, he's 0 for 2, struck out both times. Advancing to second will be Everett, so he'll get a stolen base. First pitch was taken upstairs for a ball. That pitch is taken for a strike. Nice off-speed pitch there by Sauerbrei. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a pitch. That's taken right on the outside part of the plate for strike 2. Great pitch by Clayton. Here's a pitch. Curveball. Wasn't able to hook it enough, so it'll even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's a pitch swung on and missed for strike 3.
Hammersland strikes out for
There's the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Braxton Borman, the catcher. In to run 3. It's number 3.
Coming into pitch run for the War Eagles, number 3, Griffith Hammersland.
That'd be Griffith Hammersland. What grade is he in? You don't know? So it sounds like they're going to use the re-enter rule. Just going to be used a pinch run. War Eagles are looking to claw back into this game. They're only down by 3 runs.
Now batting catcher number 4, Braxton Borman.
Borman is 0 for 1. Takes the first pitch for a strike on the outside part of the plate. Here's a pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. Clayton's been in this jam twice already this game. This will be his 3rd time. See if he can get out of it again. Swung on and missed for strike 3. He'll have an opportunity to do just that. That's the 2nd out of the inning. Runner's still stranded on 2nd and 3rd. But that'll bring up Max Neering. He's 1 for 2 in the game. He struck out. Swung on and missed for strike 1. And Neering is 1 for 2. He's their shortstop. He's got 3 hits on the season. Take that next pitch upstairs for a ball. Neering is just a junior. Here's the pitch, swung on, chopped up the middle. Be a difficult play. Hesse cuts it off, throws the first to end the inning. So once again, the Warhawks strand runners on 2nd and 3rd with nobody out, and the Warriors and Clayton Sauerbrei is able to get out of it. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We're going to head to the home half of the 4th inning. Warriors maintain their 3-0 lead. We'll be back here in just a moment. All right, we're back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. Warriors maintain a 3-0 lead as we head into the bottom of the 4th inning. Due up for the Warriors, Hebner, Jakin, and Shore. Hebner is 0 for 1. That pitch is taken out, so that's a strike. Outside corner for strike 1. So again, if you, this is what I asked him, if you're cooking for yourself, what is your favorite dish to make? Question of the night. Manny, That pitch is swung on, hit up in the air toward the right field, and caught by the second baseman. Nice play by Lone. But Manny's he was the mac and cheese guy. He likes Kraft mac and cheese. He also likes to make himself waffles. So mac and cheese and waffles, that's his go-to dish. That'll bring up TJ Jakin. Takes the first pitch for a strike. TJ is 1 for 1. He had a solid single up the middle last time at bat. TJ likes it simple. He's a ramen noodles guy when he's cooking for himself. He also said his second choice is a frozen pizza, just like his dad. So I bet they struggle keep frozen pizzas around. If they're cooking for themselves anyway. That pitch is taken upstairs and in for ball 1. TJ's now got 5 hits on the season. That pitch is taken way outside for ball 2. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scherf has done a really good job on the mound for the War Eagles. He's up to 57 pitches. 58. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Big swing by TJ. Wasn't able to get a piece of it. So that'll be the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Tyler Shore. Tyler's 0 for 1. Tyler's initial answer, what he likes to cook for himself, was a bowl of ice cream. There's a pitch, swung on, fouled off. But then I dug a little deeper. I'm like, come on, Tyler. If you're by yourself, what would you cook? What would you actually cook? What's your favorite thing? He said bacon. I'm like, you actually cook bacon? He goes, yep. Well, I've made myself bacon. So Dana, keep plenty of bacon. Swung on, hit toward the shortstop. He scoops it up, throws over to first for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning for Scherf. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We're going to head to the 5th inning. It's a tight ball game, folks. It's 3-0. Warriors still have the lead. We'll be back here in just a moment. Folks, we're back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. There's been a pitching change. Tucker Latterberg is now taking the mound for the Warriors. This is a tight ball game. I know we were going to hope to see Manny Hebner, but with the score being 3-0, sure, Coach Jakin wants to make sure that they're able to keep the score right at 3-0. Also now, other changes. Jake Shore is now behind the plate. In right field is now Manny Hebner. Tucker is 1-0 on the season. He's got 7 innings. He was the one that pitched the Waterloo East game. Only gave up 1 run. It wasn't earned. Struck out 11. Bolsinger is now up to bat for the War Eagles. He takes the first cut, swings and misses. Bolsinger is 2 for 2. Takes that first pitch, next pitch downstairs for a ball. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. I'm sure Coach Jakin is going to keep close tabs on this pitch count. Swung on and missed for strike 2. There's that slider by Latterberg. That's his go-to pitch. He also got a curveball, changeup, fastball, and that's called strike 3. 85-mile-an-hour fastball for out number 1. And Latterberg can bring it up mid-80s on his fastball. That'll bring up Seth Kriegel. He's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and miss. That pitch came in at 82. That pitch taken right on the outside corner for strike 2. I'm guessing we're going to see that slider right here. Here's the pitch. Oh, couldn't get a handle on it. 86 mile an hour upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So that'll be the second out of the inning. Brings up Hager. He's 0 for 2.
Now batting left fielder, number 9, Colton Hager.
Clayton pitched a good game. He gave up no runs, 4 innings, 6 hits, 1 walk, struck out 10. Nice return for Clayton Sauerbrei. He got in trouble the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th innings and was able to battle out of it. Had runners on 2nd and 3rd, nobody out each time. And didn't give up a run. Battled back in each of the innings. That pitch is taken downstairs for ball 2. Tucker walks around the mound, collects his thoughts. He knows he's behind 2 balls and no strikes. Batter's showing bunt. He pulls the bat back, takes ball 3. So he's way ahead of the account. 3 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken for ball 4. So that'll give the War Eagles a base runner with 2 outs.
Now batting designated hitter, number 21, Isaac Lowe.
That'll bring up the designated hitter, Isaac Lone. He's 1 for 2. Tucker checks the runner. Here's the pitch, taken downstairs and low for ball 1. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. There's strike 2. Yeah, Tucker pitched an outstanding game on opening day. Runner takes off. The ball gets by Jake. He'll take it off the bounce and just throw it back to Latterberg. Credit Hager with the stolen base. Counts now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Taken upstairs. Tucker thought he had it. He was ready to walk off the mound. So here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off, out of play. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Taken for strike 3. 85-mile-an-hour fastball. And that'll do it for the War Eagles, in the top of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We're going to head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Warriors still clinging to a 3-0 lead. Due up for the Warriors, Garrett Shannon, and then back to the top, Bellis and Dana. Give a shout out to Legacy Roofing of Iowa. Protect your largest investment with our reliable roofing and gutter services. If you want to make your roof last as long as possible, it is vital that you never put off a roof repair. Small issues with roofing become big issues in a hurry. No matter how major or minor the repair you need, we are here to help. We offer roofing contracting, storm damage repair, gutter replacement, and residential and commercial roofing. Call Mitch at 319-415-2472 or Lou at 319-415-5547. We'll be back here in just a moment. All right, folks, we're back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. Garrett Shannon is due up for the Warriors. He's 0 for 1 in the game so far. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Going back to our question of the day. Swung on, hit high up in the air. Drifting back is Lone, and he will make the play for out number 1. Garrett Shannon gave me an interesting answer, what he likes to cook for himself. He says he likes to bake chicken. Takes chicken breast, mix some garlic, Parmesan, and he'll bake it. So it's a different answer. Briar Bellis, he likes to scramble himself some eggs. That's his go-to when he's cooking for himself, his favorite dish. So he keeps it real simple. He just uses a little salt and pepper, sprinkles a little cheese on it. First pitch was taken for a ball. Here's a pitch 2, also taken for a ball. Warriors need some base runners here. Here's the pitch. Swung on, driven right into center field for a base hit. Actually, the right fielder will, no, not the center fielder. So give Briar his first hit of the game.
Next up to bat, left fielder number 15, Clayton.
And that brings up Clayton Dana. We're going to have a little breakfast theme going here. Caden Dana, his favorite meal that he likes to cook for himself, his favorite dish is eggs and bacon. He likes them scrambled with some cheese on it. Got a meeting on the mound. Sheriff is still on the mound. He's up to 65 pitches. Sheriff is a junior, so there's no pitch restrictions on other than the 110.
I got their pitcher at 65.
Umpire goes out to break up the meeting. Might be discussing strategy here with Bellis at first base. I'm sure they'd like to hold him at first. They got a good catcher behind the plate. Borman just about threw Dana out. It was a close play at second base. And Wapsie does like to run. Warriors have 21 stolen bases on the season. That pitch is taken on the inside corner for strike one. Caden Dana, he's taken 2 walks so far in this game. So he doesn't have an official at bat yet, but he's been on both times. Throw over to first. Bellis is easily back in. Bolsinger applies the tag anyway, just to make sure. Eggs and bacon sounding really good right now. Sherry, if you're listening, make me some eggs and bacon. There goes the runner, and this time Bellis is going to easily steal second. That throw came in on the shortstop side, so Bellis was easily able to get in. The pitch was taken for a ball, so it evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh, my wife will be in bed by the time I get home. Here's the pitch. Swung on, driven, out of play. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dana's behind 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Here's the pitch. That pitch is down in the dirt. Actually, the turf, I should say. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Warriors sure would love to get another base runner here in front of Shore and Lattaberg. Sheriff has pitched an excellent game. He's mixed up his pitches really well. He doesn't throw hard, but he's mixed in a really good changeup along with his fastball. He's gone side to side with it. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So that's the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Jake Shore. Jake is now at catcher. He's 1 for 2. Now I got to read Jake's. Jake gave me a good one. What he likes to cook for himself, what his favorite dish is, he likes to make himself breakfast burritos. But he even gave me the ingredients. So he says he takes eggs, sausage, rice. Throw to second is not in time. Trying to keep Bellis close to the bag. So what he does, and then he takes. I can't read my own handwriting here. He likes to take avocado, Greek yogurt, salsa, and he likes to mix it all up with the rice and put it in his burrito, his breakfast burrito. And sometimes he says he'll use taco sauce. So again, that's eggs, sausage, rice, avocado, Greek yogurt. He said the Greek yogurt is like it's kind of like a sour cream, along with salsa. So it sounds like Jake's got a little culinary experience there going on. I'm sure he doesn't get that from Jim. That's got to be from Dana. That pitch is taken for a strike. Jake's behind 0-2. Sheriff has done a great job keeping these Wapsie hitters off balance. And he is taking his time. Here's the pitch. Swung on, driven, toward left field. Back goes the left fielder, and it's over his head. Bounces off the fence. Rounding first, heading to second is Shore. In to score is Briar Bellis with a rounding double. So that's the fourth run of the game for the Warriors. And they're going to go ahead and just walk Latterberg. Which is unfortunate because I really wanted to get the Tuckers. Tucker gave me breakfast, lunch, and supper. For breakfast, he likes to make himself an egg sandwich. For lunch, he likes to make himself a cold meat sandwich. But for supper, ribeye steak. For supper, ribeye steak. Along with potatoes. And he likes to make it medium rare. He says he'll cook it medium rare. That's what he likes to make himself for supper. My eye caught Carrie out there, that she was listening in, so I'd make sure she knows to get to stock up on those ribeyes. I believe she's got a brother that's a butcher, right? Stock up on those ribeye steaks for Tucker. So there's been a pitching change. I'm going to figure out who they brought in, and I'll be back here in just a moment. Carson Rugnicks is now on the mound for the Warhawks. War Eagles, I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep calling them Warhawks. It's War Eagles. I'm looking up his stats. He has pitched. He's got 2.2 innings so far this season. He's given up 5 runs, 3 earned. He's walked 5, hits 3 batters, struck out 4. So he's pitched already this season. That pitch is way outside for a ball. Blake Hesse, he's the cheesy potatoes guy. Grandma, if you're on there listening, he says he's got to get your recipe. He doesn't know how to cook it yet, but your cheesy potatoes is what he'd like to make for himself. I believe his grandma is on here listening. If she's not at the game. I don't know which grandma it is. I think he's got one that's on the live stream and the other one is sitting right in front of the bleachers. So here's the runner takes off. The pitch is taken inside for a ball. So Jake will easily get third base. Remaining at first base is Hunter Curley. So we got runners at the corners now. 2 outs. Count as 2 balls and 1 strike on Hesse. He's looking for his first hit of the game. Here's the pitch. Swung on, driven right to the third baseman. He drops the ball. He'll gun it over to first, and it gets away from the first baseman. Rounding first, heading to second is Hesse. Going to third is Hunter Curley. But scoring on the play is Jake Shore. Give the War Eagles their first error of the game. And that'll put runners on second and third.
Next up to bat, right fielder number 34, Manny Hebner.
It's a big insurance run for the Warriors. Brings up Manny Hebner. Manny's 0 for 2. He's our mac and cheese guy. He asks for time. Umpire grants it. At his age, that's probably what I would have said too. Mac and cheese. Maybe cut up some hot dog in it. That pitch is taken outside for a ball. I don't know if his mom's out. Mom's probably here at the game, but if she listens to this, Manny insisted he makes mac and cheese way better than his mom. That pitch is taken for a ball. Which I don't know. How do you mess up mac and cheese?
Depends if you're making it from scratch.
He said he follows the recipe. Yeah. It's Kraft mac and cheese. But you know, I understand what he's talking about. I know my mom's not listening tonight, so I'm free to talk about this, but my mom was horrible at making mac and cheese. That pitch is taken for a strike. She had to mix crap in with it. She couldn't just make mac and cheese. She always had to throw stuff in it. Oh, it just ruined it. Oh. Swung on, fouled off. Makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. I like my mac and cheese, kind of like my tuna noodles, got to be runny. I don't like thick mac and cheese. That pitch is swung on, hit toward the third baseman. He scoops it up, fires it over to third. Tripping on the bag is Hebner, but that'll be the third out of the inning. Warriors did score a couple of huge insurance runs. Wapsie got 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 runners left on base. We're going to head to the 6th inning, folks. Warriors are ahead 5-0. We'll be back here in just a moment. Before I do that, give a shout out to Oran Mutual Telephone Company. Serving the area since 1911, Oran Mutual Telephone Company is a modern, independently owned telephone company providing internet and telephone services to Oran, Iowa, and the surrounding rural area. Give them a call at 319-638-6006. Also, RTC Communications. RTC is here to provide high-quality, superior service to you, the customer, by offering great customer service and the services you want and need to work and stay connected with family and friends. Reach out to them at 319-279-3375 or email manager@reedlandtelco.com. Thank you for sponsoring Wapsie Valley Athletics. All right, folks, we're back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. Tucker Latterberg is still on the mound. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken for a strike. Now batting for the War Eagles, Mason Lone. He's 0 for 1, has drawn a walk. Reached on an error. Takes the next pitch for a strike. Here's the pitch taken outside for a ball, 85-mile-an-hour fastball. And Mason Lone is just an 8th grader. There's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Got a piece of that 81-mile-an-hour slider. Count remains 1-2. Here's the pitch. That pitch taken up and in. 83-mile-an-hour got away from him. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's a pitch taken for strike 3. So there's the first out of the inning.
Number 1. Next up to bat, right fielder number 1, Jordan Everett.
So that'll bring up Jordan Everett. He's 1 for 2. He swung and missed. That ball hit him in the hands. Yeah, that has to hurt. Both coaches are now checking out his fingers. Along with the umpire, Randy Stanek. So there's going to be a pinch hitter.
Pinch hitting for the War Eagles, number 35, Don Mast.
Don Mask is the pinch hitter.
Don Mast.
See if I can find any stats on him. I don't think he's had a plate appearance yet this season, from what I can tell.
I got it.
I was checking to see if he's a freshman or an 8th grader. He looks pretty young.
Sophomore.
He's a sophomore. So this might be his first varsity plate appearance. It is for the season anyway. First pitch taken outside. Now he'll inherit the 0-1 account, so it evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch taken for strike 2. Hopefully Jordan Everett is okay. He's their senior in their lineup, the only senior. That pitch gets away from shore, taken for a ball. Evens the count, 2 for 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, swung on, chopped on the first base side. Latterberg is going to pick it up and step on the bag.
Bass grounds out to the pitcher, Tucker Latterberg, for out number 2.
TJ kind of got in the way there, but Tucker just kind of took over. I'm sure either one of them would have gotten it.
Next up to bat,
But that'll be the second out of the inning.
Owen Hammersland.
Owen Hammersland is now the batter. He's 0 for 3. He struck out all 3 times. Hammersland, he's just a freshman. He's still looking for his first hit of the season. He has drawn 4 walks. Tucker's at 30 pitches now. Count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. Now that Tucker has went over the 25 pitch mark, I think he has to rest 1 day. 2, 1, yeah, okay, strike 2. And that's up, that threshold is up to what, 50 pitches? 40? So I'm sure coaches want to keep Tucker below 40 pitches. He's at 32 right now.
33 right now.
33. Here's a pitch. That pitch is strike 3. So Latterberg gets out of it, keeps himself below the magic pitch count too. So that'll end it for the 6th inning for the War Eagles. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We're going to head to the home half of the 6th inning. Due up is Tyler Shore, Garrett Shannon, and back to the top, Briar Bellis. Little Wapsie Communications, their state-of-the-art fiber network is complete in Fairbank. Ready to serve your home or business with the fastest internet in town. For plans, pricing, and more information, call 319-279-3375. Again, that's 319-279-3375. Prime Capital Investment Advisors. Ashley Jones and Joe Harris with Prime Capital Investment Advisors. From opening your first Roth IRA to drawing on your hard-earned money in retirement. The team at Prime Capital Investment Advisors has the tools to accommodate. They are independent, fee-based fiduciaries and put honesty and transparency above all else. Best of all, they bleed black and gold. Mention this ad and get a complimentary second opinion meeting. Call Ashley at 319-269-7143. Be back in just a moment. We're back, Warrior fans, for the bottom of the 6th inning. TJ Jakin is due up for the Warriors. I mentioned that wrong. It's Jakin, Shore, and then Shannon after that. If anybody gets on to go back to the top. TJ is 1 for 2. He struck out his last time at bat. Had a ringing signal that first time. First pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. Carson Rugnitz he's a sophomore. He's pitching for the War Eagles. Doggone it. That pitch is taken downstairs for a ball. I did forget to mention Trayton Sauerbrei. He told me what his favorite go-to meal or what he likes to cook for himself. PB&J. PB&J is what Trayton likes to cook for himself. TJ is way ahead of the count. 3 balls and no strikes. He's going to show bunt here. That might be just to throw the pitcher off. Pitcher steps off the rubber. I've not seen TJ bunt ever at all. He pulls the bat back and takes a strike. I'm sure Coach Jakin will correct me on that. I'm sure he has at some point. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Big swing at that one. Here's a pitch. That pitch is taken for strike 3. So Rugnitz is able to battle back and get TJ on a strikeout. That'll be the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Tyler Shore. He's 0 for 2 in the game so far. He's made contact both times. Looking for his first hit of the game. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit back toward the pitcher. He scoops it up, throws it to first for out number 2. So that'll bring up Garrett Shannon. He's the chicken breast guy. Likes to mix a little garlic and Parmesan Put it on the chicken breast and bake it. I wonder if his parents know that. First pitch is taken for a strike. Make sure you keep plenty of chicken breast around for Garrett. Make sure you come out to the game tomorrow night, folks. We're going to be honoring the track team. They put up a great performance down at the state track. In fact, Garrett's brother, Chris, not Chris, that's his dad's name. Huh? Aiden. Yeah, Aiden, thank you. Aiden Shannon competed in state track, did quite well. 3 second places?
800, 1600, 800 mile, 2 mile, and then won the distance medley relay.
Wow, and then they won the medley relay. And let me see the other ones. Let's see the Bazinski boy, Isaac. No, not Isaac. Ian Bazinski. Who are the other two? Trayton Sauerbrei. Who? Weston Shares. So congratulations to the Wapsie Valley Warriors track team. And Garrett drove that pitch, but right at the third baseman, Hammer, who caught it for the third out of the inning. That's Hammerslin. So that'll do it for the Warriors in the home half of the sixth inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. Folks, we're heading to the seventh inning. Warriors lead 5-0. We'll be back here in just a moment. First, give a shout out to Access Systems. They're an Iowa-based company with offices across the state. Access Systems features copiers and print solutions along with IT and phone solutions. They keep offices connected. Give me a call at 563-277-0064. Again, that's 563-277-0064. Now we'll be back here in just a moment. All right, folks, we're back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. There's been a pitching change, as we expected. Coach didn't want Tucker to get over that 40-pitch mark, so it'll be Hunter Curley taking the mound for the Warriors. Hunter, he's pitched 4 innings so far this season. He's 1-0. He's started a game. He's given up 2 runs. Neither one of them were earned. Walked 4, struck out 7. Hunter had 2 saves for the Warriors last season. Folks, make sure you stick around for the Access Systems postgame show. I'll bring in either a coach or a player, and hopefully I'll remember to keep the mute button off. Felt so bad when I did that to Blake Hesse. I'll get him in here again. He pitched an outstanding game against Crestwood. So due up for the War Eagles. Borman, Nearing, and Bolsinger. Here's the first pitch taken outside for a ball. Warriors have a 5-run lead. Here's the pitch. That pitch is in there for a strike. Evens the count, 1 ball and a strike. Borman's 0 for 2. He's also been hit by a pitch. He is their catcher. Swung on, chopped up the middle, cutting it off. Oh, it's going to squirt into center field for a base hit.
Oran with an infield single. Now
So
batting
give him a base hit on that.
Max Newry.
You call that an infield single? It got to the outfielder. It's close. Garrett almost was able to cut it off. That pitch is taken for a strike. This is Nearing. He's their shortstop. He's 1 for 3 in the game. That pitch is fouled off the catcher's mask. Makes the count 0-2. So we're set to go again. Here's the pitch from Curley. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3.
Newry strikes out for out number 1.
That's the 16th strikeout for the Warriors.
Up to bat, first baseman number 2, Kane Bolsinger.
That's the first out of the inning. That brings up Kane Bolsinger. He's 2 for 3. He's also struck out once. Here's the pitch. That pitch is smashed up the middle, right up the middle and through the infield. Bellows picks the ball up and throws it back in. That's the second hit of the inning. War Eagles are up to 8 hits now in the game so far. They still don't have a run to show for it. They've stranded quite a few runners back in that second and third inning. Second, third, and fourth inning, I should say. That brings up Kriegel. Swung on and missed for strike 1. He's 1 for 3. He struck out twice. Here's the pitch. Swung on, driven foul. That one's bounced off the side fence. Kriegel is their center fielder. Here's the pitch. Swung on and miss. He can't advance on that. He's going to run to first. He would have made it, but when there's base runners and less than 2 outs, it's an automatic out.
Now batting left fielder number 9, Colton Hager.
So that was a drop third strike, and normally you can run on that, but not when there's less than 2 outs and bases are occupied. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken for a strike. 2 outs in the inning. Wapsie just needs 1 more to finish this off. This would be their 4th victory of the season. That pitch is taken for a strike right on the outside corner. Again, folks, stay tuned for the postgame show. I'm going to bring in one of the coaches. Whichever one's willing to come in here. That pitch is bounced toward Hunter. He scoops it up, flips it to first base for the game. That'll do it for the War Eagles. That's a 3rd out of the inning. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. That'll make our final score: Wapsie Valley 5, Clayton Ridge Central 0. Folks, stay tuned. We'll be back here for a post-game show in just a moment. Let me complete some of the things off here. So that'll bring Wapsie's record up to 4-0. Make sure you come out tomorrow night. We've got Hudson coming in. The game starts at 7 o'clock. Come here early because they're going to recognize the track team. JV starts at 5 o'clock. I'm pretty sure they'll do the track recognition before the varsity game. So make sure you come out and join us for the game tomorrow night. Clayton Ridge, they're going to head to, actually, they're going to be in Garnavillo. Next Tuesday night is their next game. They will be playing North Fayette. Looks like a doubleheader starting at 4 o'clock in Garnavillo. Stats for the game. Let's go through these. Blade, Blade, if you're watching, just gave you a shout out. Actually, his younger brother, Briar, went 1 for 3 tonight. Caden Dana, he went 0 for 1, but he did draw 2 walks. Jake Shore, he went 2 for 3, scored 2 runs, had an RBI. Tucker Latterberg was 2 for 2. He was intentionally walked, so he also drew a walk. He drove in 2 runs for the Warriors. Blake Hesse was 0 for 3 in the game, but he did drive in an RBI. Manny Hebner was also 0 for 3. TJ Jakin was 1 for 3 in the game. Tyler Shore was 0 and 3, and Garrett Shannon was 0 and 3. Trayton Sauerbrei, he got the win. He was pitched 4 innings tonight. Pretty good job, being that he hasn't pitched in over a year. He had 6 hits, actually beat almost 2 years since he's pitched. 6 hits, no runs, 1 walk, struck out 10. Tucker came in on relief. He will get credit for a hold. He didn't give up any hits, did walk 1, struck out 5. Hunter Curley came in for the last inning, gave up 2 hits, but no runs, no walks, struck out 2. Clayton Ridge War Eagles, they scattered 8 hits on the game. Didn't score any runs, got a couple walks. They struck out 17 times. Their pitcher, Scherf, will take the loss. He pitched 4.2 innings, gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So that'll wrap things up here at Wapsie Valley Field. Again, we'll have a post-game show in here in just a moment. Right now, the coaches are meeting with their players. As soon as they're done, I'm going to grab one of them, and we'll be up here and back with you guys in just a moment. Say something in the mic.
Hello?
All right. All right, Warrior fans, welcome to the Access Systems postgame show. I've got tonight's winning pitcher, Clayton Sauerbrei. Clayton, how was it? So you haven't pitched in 2 years, right?
Yep.
A little nervous?
Oh, yeah. It was very nerve-wracking. Honestly, I didn't know how it was going to go. But once I threw the first pitch, all nerves were out. So yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So it felt pretty good?
Yeah. My arm a little sore, but.
Well, you went 4 innings.
Yeah.
I mean, I forget how many pitches you threw, but you had to be up in the 70 or 80s.
Yeah, I think they said 75.
75 pitches?
Yep.
Yeah. So you told me you were going to start off with your fastball and then kind of go from there. And I seen you do just that.
Yeah.
And it didn't take you very long to start going to your curveball and change up.
Yeah. No.
How'd those feel?
It was, the curve wasn't working right away. I was hoping, but then second inning, third inning, it started working a little better, so then I could use it a little more. But yeah.
Got yourself in a bit of a jam tonight.
Yeah.
Three different innings. You had runners on second and third, nobody out, and all 3 times you got out of it.
I know. I noticed that after. I was like, man, it kind of sucked because obviously in scoring position, but yeah, I don't know.
What was going through your mind?
Just hoping I could strike him out and not let a big hit happen, but.
Right, and unfortunately it didn't.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You struck out 11 tonight.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pretty good.
Yeah, curveball was working, so that helped a lot. But
yeah, you were able to get that over for a strike. Your fastball, you were sitting at about 75-ish miles an hour.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
And that's outstanding for someone that hasn't pitched in 2 years.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Well, what are your goals for the season?
Keep building. Hopefully, I can get a little more comfortable. Maybe get a little more pitches. A little more curve and maybe a change up a little, because I didn't actually use any change today, but maybe
I seen you
maybe
throw the
slider.
curveball.
But
I didn't see that change up.
Yep. But yeah, hopefully get a couple more pitches and kind of get a little more consistent with fastball. But other than that, yeah.
Have you been in the cage yet?
A little bit. Not much, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
How's that coming along?
Oh, it's going, but I don't know. It's nothing compared to actually hitting it live.
Yeah.
But, so we'll see how that goes.
You had a really good sophomore season. I think you hit like 341 or something like
that.
I
think you're right. Yeah.
And you did, and you got down. You were a really good bunter.
Yeah.
And I think you got a couple of hits off of that.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Well, what are your plans for next year? I mean, you're a senior. You graduated. So
I'm actually going to. I am going to become a real estate agent.
Are you?
Yep. So I'm
got to get you a plug.
Yeah. But so yeah, I'm getting mentored right now by a Remax guy. So I'm going to be on his team after.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm working on getting my real estate license and then go right into it. But
so if you want to buy a house,
yeah, I'm your guy.
Hook up with Clayton. Tell us about state track.
It was a heck of an experience. I mean, we kind of had our goal was to go in place as a team, and obviously we ended up doing that. There was some tough decisions that had to be made to put us in best position. But yeah, I mean, our obviously distance med won, which was great. Yeah, there's just outstanding times down there, which is you never know what's gonna happen down there. So yeah, it was good to place, but yeah.
Right. Well, excellent job tonight. It was great to see you back in there. It's great to see you back in uniform, man. I missed you last season. I mean, that was the first year I had, because I coached you all those years in travel leagues, and I know you played like full count. No, USSSA.
Yep.
But it was just strange not seeing you on the ball field. So I'm glad you came back out for your senior year, and you did excellent tonight. Welcome back to the team.
Thank you.
Good job. Clayton Sauerbrei, everybody. Get out and see this young man. See this team. They're excellent. They're 4-0 on the season, and we're going to be back here tomorrow night. Hudson's going to give us a challenge, folks, so come out, check out this team, be back here at the ballpark tomorrow night. We're going to wrap things up here. Clayton, good job.
You.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good one.